Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. According to information from Rob Pelinka, new signings will arrive at the Lakers for the season, and one of the priorities is a pivot that solves the problems inside the paint. The Los Angeles Lakers are only a few weeks away from some potential, franchise-altering decisions. The NBA offseason is potentially a week away, and soon we will get a ton of answers to many unanswered questions. The Lakers will be at the forefront of the NBA offseason, as they could pull off a massive trade or two to bolster their roster. The exact appearance of the potential trade is unclear, but there is no doubt that a trade could be on the horizon. The Lakers could go a multitude of ways in a potential trade, but it could very likely involve veteran forward Rui Hachimura. Hachimura has played in Los Angeles for the past 2+ seasons and is coming off a solid season. While that is the case, he could be used as part of a massive trade LA could conduct this summer. In this trade scenario, the Lakers involve Hachimura and two other key players, plus picks, for Nets big man Nic Claxton. NBA writer and analyst Jake Weinbach shared the trade proposal on X. Hachimura is the best player in return in this package that could very much become a reality in the coming weeks. The 26-year-old is coming off a season in which he shot 41.3% from three on a career-high 4.2 attempts per game. While his potential loss could be detrimental, the addition of Claxton is not only the type of player the Lakers want, but also the type they need. It was clear as day that the Lakers' most significant disadvantage was at the center position. Jaxson Hayes was thrown into the fire and played well at the start of his uptick in play, but as the season progressed, it was clear he was not a starting caliber type of center, especially for what appeared to be a championship contending team at the time. Claxton may not be the best center on the trade market, and many could argue that the Lakers would overpay, but he is undoubtedly the type of player who could thrive alongside Luka Doncic. He is a long, athletic big, and we've seen that type of archetype thrive with Doncic feeding them the ball. Claxton could work, but it could likely mean throwing Hachimura in the deal to pay the price. The Los Angeles Lakers have been tied to Utah Jazz center Walker Kessler for quite some time. They most recently tried to acquire him during the 2025 NBA trade deadline. Per a March report from NBA insider Mark Stein, the Lakers and New York Knicks tried to discuss a trade with the Jazz, but Utah wasn't interested. League sources say that the Knicks were right there with the Lakers in their determination before the trade deadline to try to convince Utah to engage in meaningful Walker Kessler trade talks, Stein wrote. No dice, though. The Jazz made it clear they wanted no part of entertaining Kessler pitches in season. Kessler remained with the Jazz for the rest of the season. However, this offseason, Utah might make some changes after hiring Austin Ainge as president of basketball operations. The Deseret News' Sarah Todd reported that Kessler is among the players the Jazz would put on the trade market this offseason. Numerous league sources have indicated that they believe the Jazz are going to be active over the next several weeks, Todd wrote. League sources have said that they expect for conversations to include Walker Kessler, who is extension eligible, and Lauri Markkanen. Kessler could be the type of rim protector and vertical threat LA needs alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic. He is also paid on a rookie contract, which is valuable given his production. The Jazz also own the Lakers' 2027 first-round pick, top 4 protected, so they might be hesitant to help LA in a deal. Then again, they were the third team that helped facilitate the Doncic trade. Jaxson Hayes breaks silence on potential Lakers return. The Los Angeles Lakers will be heavily looking into adding to the frontcourt this summer. Los Angeles doesn't currently have a starting caliber center on the roster, so it will be a priority for the front office. Every team around the NBA also understands this, so it could be tough for the Lakers to make any major moves. But one option for the Lakers is to bring back center Jaxson Hayes. Hayes fared well as the starter for the Lakers during the regular season, but as the postseason got underway, his time on the court quickly faded. This has made many people skeptical of his returning to the team next year. But Hayes has now broken his silence on the matter. Hayes took to social media and responded to a comment from a fan about his future in Los Angeles. While it remains to be seen whether Hayes will come back to the Lakers, it looks like he hasn't shut the door. Los Angeles may look to him as an inexpensive center option this summer. Kobe Price of the Orange County Register broke down how Los Angeles could look at Hayes this summer. How Hayes factors into the Lakers' plans to replenish their big man depth will be one of the key storylines to follow of the offseason, especially with the manner Hayes' season ended and how his role diminished. If Hayes does return to the Lakers, it would likely be as a backup. Hayes served Los Angeles well and did start to develop some nice chemistry with star guard Luka Doncic. But he showed down the stretch that he isn't a starting center, and Los Angeles will need to make an upgrade. However, there is some upside to bringing him back since he already understands the offense that head coach J.J. Redick will run. Over 56 games for the Lakers last season, Hayes averaged 6.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 1.0 assists, and 0.9 blocks per game. Hayes has shown throughout his career that he is a serviceable backup, and continuity could be important to this Lakers team. Lakers could reportedly have tough time landing center upgrade. The Los Angeles Lakers, per usual, will be at the forefront of what is expected to be a massive NBA offseason. Although the NBA Finals are underway, the NBA offseason is at the forefront of many people's minds, including on the side of the Lakers. LA was eliminated earlier than many expected in the playoffs, but now the page has flipped to improving that team for next season and beyond. The Lakers have a pivotal summer ahead of them, one that many believe they will make drastic changes to their roster for the better. While that is the expectation, it may be easier said than done. According to NBA analyst and writer Jake Weinbach, many around NBA circles believe that the Lakers were gifted Luka Doncic prior to the trade deadline and that it will be difficult for them to make a trade without giving up a ridiculous amount of assets. League executives believe the Lakers were handed a gift after acquiring Luka Doncic from Dallas, wrote Weinbach. It's important to note, this league-wide sentiment is expected to make it more challenging for the Lakers to negotiate with other teams. If the Lakers engage in trade discussions, the organization may have to overpay for certain players of interest on the market. Many believe that Doncic was gifted to the Lakers due to the relationship between LA President of Basketball Operations, Rob Pelinka, and Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison. The two are close friends, and many believe that Harrison did a solid for Pelinka and the Lakers. As a result of that deal, the Lakers awarded Pelinka an extension and upgraded his title from Vice President of Basketball Operations to President. Gift or not, Rob Pelinka made the move he felt was best for the Lakers' long-term future, and he'll be looking to do more of the same this offseason. This is now Doncic's team, and Pelinka, along with his front office, will be aggressive in trying to put the right pieces around their new franchise cornerstone. Doncic, 26, is widely expected to sign an extension he becomes eligible for in early August. As for Pelinka, he's pulled off the improbable before, and building a true contender around Doncic could be his next major challenge. Don't try to be perfect, LeBron James digs up iconic life lesson he shared about making mistakes. LeBron James may be seen as a near-perfect player on the basketball court. In the eyes of many, he is a generational talent with a near-flawless resume and game. But off the court, the king knows perfection is impossible. Even someone as accomplished as LeBron believes chasing perfection is a mistake, and he's not shy about sharing that message. Recently, LeBron took to his Instagram story to reshare an old clip from his Miami Heat days, where he opened up about the importance of embracing imperfection. In the video, he talked about how people often put pressure on themselves to be perfect in different aspects of life. He explained that perfection simply doesn't exist. Everyone, no matter how successful, is bound to make mistakes. That includes him. But what really counts is how you handle those mistakes. Instead of being crushed by failure or trying to cover it up, LeBron said it's more valuable to accept it, reflect on it, and learn from it. You can't be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. It's impossible. No one is perfect, LeBron said in the throwback clip. This wasn't just a motivational soundbite, it was a philosophy LeBron clearly believes in. He stressed that while making mistakes is inevitable, repeating the same ones over and over is where the real problem lies. Growth, in his view, comes from acknowledging your flaws, being honest about them, and doing the work to improve. He also highlighted a key difference between people who rise above their challenges and those who stay stuck in the same cycles. How one reacts to their mistakes or failure is the true sign of their character. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about responding to it with resilience and maturity. That, to LeBron, is what separates one kind of person from another. Mistake, in LeBron's opinion, is inevitable. It's human nature to be flawed, and no one, regardless of their stature or accomplishments, is untouched by it. So, instead of being bogged down by the weight of one's mistakes, people should focus on bouncing back from them, taking their lessons, and ensuring that the same mistake is never repeated. The philosophy has been followed by King James, and the world knows what he has achieved in his 40 years of life so far. Lakers point guard could leave for Mavericks to help Anthony Davis, per writer. Help them begin the 2025-26 season with a well-rounded roster built for playoff success. By sending an experienced point guard to the Dallas Mavericks to team up with Anthony Davis, the Lakers could receive an asset perceived as an ideal fit for the franchise. It's understandable why the Lakers won't include Austin Reaves in a deal for Nick Claxton or Daniel Gafford, both of whom are solid players but fall well short of star status, Clutch Point's Eric Slater wrote last Wednesday. But do they have enough to swing a deal for either big man while holding on to him? The answer will ultimately depend on how the Brooklyn Nets and Mavericks value the Lakers' distant draft picks. With Reaves off the table, Los Angeles's offer for Claxton or Gafford would likely center on their 2031 first-round pick, Dalton Knecht, and expiring salary fillers such as Gabe Vincent and or Maxi Kleber. They could also include a 2030 first-round pick swap. That's not a terrible package on the surface. However, the Lakers have made the playoffs in 38 of the last 49 seasons, a poor sign for teams betting against their future outlook. There's a reason why Vincent has been included in several hypothetical trade scenarios to start the Lakers' offseason. Although the Santa Barbara product wasn't expected to reach superstar status in Los Angeles after signing with the franchise in 2023, he played well enough with the Miami Heat, particularly during the organization's recent run to the NBA Finals, for the Lakers to believe he could be the perfect role player. Following a second consecutive subpar campaign with the Lakers, Vincent deserves to face criticism from the franchise's fanbase. Vincent averaged 6.4 points per game on 40% field goal shooting and 35.3% three-point shooting. With the idea of reuniting Luka Doncic with Gafford, a fan-favorite 6'10" center, likely being too captivating for the Lakers to pass up, Vincent should be prepared to pack his bags if the organization pursues the respected energy bunny this summer. How NBA executives are responding to LA Lakers gift Luka Doncic, trade talks in summer set to be impacted. With envy in their eyes, NBA franchises plan on punishing the Los Angeles Lakers for landing Luka Doncic. The Lakers added yet another generational star to their ranks in February with the Doncic trade. Fans across the NBA were dumbfounded at how the Lakers got so lucky again. The franchise's superstar chain of succession reads like an all-time NBA team. From Jerry West to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, from Magic Johnson to Kobe Bryant, and now they get to go from LeBron James to Luka Doncic. Very few teams in the NBA can boast the superstar talent that the Lakers have throughout their history. So naturally, this latest move is sure to spark some jealousy among franchises. However, it now appears that this jealousy is translating into front office strategy, as teams across the NBA are unlikely to make things easy for the Lakers. NBA teams will force the LA Lakers to overpay for assets. The Los Angeles Lakers will try and build their roster around Luka Doncic. They'll have to look to the trade market, and the Lakers front office is reportedly debating which players to trade. But according to NBA insider Jake Weinbach, teams around the NBA feel that the Lakers got a gift in Luka Doncic, and they don't plan to make it easy for them to build around the superstar. League executives believe the Lakers were handed a gift after acquiring Luka Doncic from Dallas. This league-wide sentiment is expected to make it more challenging for the Lakers to negotiate with other teams. If the Lakers engage in trade discussions, the organization may have to overpay for certain players of interest on the market. Lakers fans won't be happy to hear this. Of course, it is never good to see teams operate in bad faith when negotiating, as it sets a bad standard for the league. But they also have every right to withhold assets or acquire the best deal possible to make any potential championship challenge for the Lakers that much tougher. Luka Doncic might reconsider future if Rob Pelinka can't build a contender. Luka Doncic is going to re-sign with the Lakers very soon, with reports of his future suggesting it is almost a guarantee. The Slovenian superstar is extension eligible this offseason. But reports have suggested Doncic will sign a short-term extension to keep his options open. If that is the case, the Lakers have a much smaller window with the former All-Star to build a contending team. If the Lakers find it difficult to put together a championship-level team, Luka might look to leave the Lakers in the coming years to join a team better equipped to help him win a title. Of course, Pelinka is a savvy operator who has pulled off some great trades in the past. And if he can get some great pieces around Doncic soon, this might become a non-issue. But this negative sentiment towards the Lakers might make things very difficult for him. It will be a true test of Pelinka's negotiating skills to put together a great roster behind LeBron James and Luka Doncic.